Welcome back. Welcome back. This one's gonna be a quick video. I've been doing lots of studying lately, my uh, revisiting my model basically. Um, this one's gonna be descriptive, but basically you guys can just listen on in. You guys know how I like to take my trades: 7 in the morning, 8 and 9, 9:30, 10 a.m. reversal. That's my little window of opportunity. Still using ICT 2024 mentorship. Now, I want to say that looking back and studying anything really, you can go back and find something you missed or something that made you remember or something that was brand new to you. It's basically the same thing what I just said, but that's exactly what happened. I went ahead, went back, found some new stuff, to me at least, and it made sense. And now that I just spent a whole week basically just practicing and going back to my old trades and my old notes to basically cover this. So before we begin, let's do our analysis here, going with the 15. So it's loading. Around that time this morning, we see that price looks like it's kind of moving on up to take out this high here, this all-time high. Looks like it's building it up to look like it's kind of bullish. We also have a inversion fair value gap right here, and we also have a bearish fair value gap here. We can I can draw that out technically because I just left that there for a mental note, but for the video's sake, we'll put that there, and we'll leave the inverse at least. Put the inverse, and I seen that this relative high during what is this? Don't I want to say this guy here around London session was definitely lower than all-time high. So if this high is not higher than this high, we're definitely looking like we're gonna go down more. And this is also London's low here. We also have the volume imbalance with the new week opening gap below, plus other things too that could be counted as a magnet too, or a reference for price to come back down. So we have this liquidity point, this liquidity, this liquidity, this liquidity, and we also have my favorite cluster of opening gaps, new day opening gaps. Now these are from last week. Like I said, I've been studying all last week, not back testing, but just going over old data that I have. I have a different way of doing my journaling. I can make a video about it, and show you guys. But basically, I just took my old data and used what I learned going back into studying a little bit deeper. So I know that if there's a cluster of opening gaps on either side of where the market is, price is going to guarantee bend the knee and go towards that direction. A cluster of gaps is strong, but not as strong as the new week opening gap. Not as strong as that. Oh, did I say there was a new week opening gap right here? Yeah, that's a new week. Just making sure. That's a new week below price in the morning. Then there's a cluster of new day opening gaps below price in the morning. So we can attest to say that price would relatively go down because that's where the magnets are. So what I wanted to see was price reject, or in a sense just start tanking down. Either way it goes, it's gonna head towards those two. So here's my thing. When I was looking at the notes or looking at the video, I missed it. Looking left from 7 a.m., we're going to see where the relative equal high and low of London session, and we're going to basically wait for price to take out, sweep, or break. It's the same thing, but I'm just going to say sweep either side of the high or low. And we're going to target opposing side. Now, this was a perfect example of exactly what I think it was number 6 mentorship. No, number 6, lesson 6 on his 2024 series. So basically, it did exactly what he was saying. Price started to climb all the way up, climb back down, kind of did break it, came back down, came back up, broke it, came back down, came back up, broke it again. And this time for sure around 9:30. I think it was before 9:30. Yeah, before 9:30 it broke through, and then after 9:30 it not immediately like one candle shot, but it was chopping down, trying to make sure that no one can get the real move. I'm really understanding the fact that when price don't want people to get in the correct move, it's definitely gonna be so jagged where it's just like attacking people's stop losses, but they're in the right direction. So that's just something we just, we all traders have to deal with in general. The first day presented fair value gap was shown. A very, very beautiful setup on paper, but also very messy on the charts. So I wanna say that when price ended up sweeping this London high, this guy here, I'm trying to make it perfect, then I would ideally want to look for a fair value gap to get in for a sell. But it never did go any lower than this guy here until a little later. So when it did, I was honestly looking for a sell in this general area, but it didn't work out. I ended up taking a small loss there, a very, very small loss, which is what I'm trying to do, but I'm still executing the same idea anyway. So when it came to price going back up and presenting itself into the optimal trading entry zone or area that I have marked out, I really wanted to see a strong rejection. Not only because, for one, price swept London's relative equal high, and we have all this magnet below. All I needed to see was price get weaker and not get stronger. Meaning I wanted to see price wick or starts getting real sensitive and start spending a little time rejecting, and then it fully like bends the knee. So, which we did get that. It was right here on these 3 candles where we see how sensitive they are. And price immediately went up there, got sensitive, and got very sensitive here where we almost touch all-time high. So when price ended up rejecting, I tried to take my second entry somewhere in here, but it was definitely too choppy to really get in. So this was literally, this is 9:30 right here. Let me mark that out actually for you guys. This is 9:30 right here. If we ended up getting a first day fair value gap anywhere up in this area, I would have definitely been like, yeah, this is the prime time to get in for a sell. Prime time. We rejected, we swept, and everything else that is pulling us is below. It's perfect. But we didn't get that first day fair value gap until later. I didn't really, well, I would say I kind of use this to help me get in, to know that price is like calming down, to breathe a little bit more, so we can definitely go in the direction that it's programmed to do. Now, when I did take my sell, my last trade of the day, I went it up. Oh my gosh, I ended up taking it. I think it was like somewhere right here. Trying to draw it somewhere in that area. When price made it, I ended up going after it came back into the first day fair value gap, and just target new week opening up below, and thank goodness that it did go there. But I ended up taking profit around this area, but this was my original target in the first place. So it was exactly what I overall wanted for a bias today. It was super choppy price action, but it still bent the knee to the overall narrative, which is still good. It's just everyone knows or in experience that December is definitely that scary month to trade in. We just all have to be very careful, but that's just the baseline of what we do. Other than that, that's as far as I'm gonna go with this video today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.